Good morning, folks. Today I wanted to show you a way you could create an automatic ID in a cell if you have some information. Let's say you have sort of an inventory and we have, an item, we have a, maybe these are toys, it's a car, and then I have some blanks. So, and then I have a dog, and then I have, I don't know, maybe I've got, a cat, whatever. And then you're going to have descriptions. But what I want is for in my ID column, whenever there is when cell B is not blank, in other words, if there's data in there, I want to numerically increment my IDs. So let's say we're going to do this as a by row. So equals by row, and we'll go ahead and start with that. And the array is going to be all of B starting in row 2. And then we need to write the lambda. So let's type lambda, and we get our lambda. And then we need to write this formula so that we can figure out how to set this up. So my variable, I'm just going to use the letter Z, and then I have to do a comma. And then the formula, let me quickly grab that. And I'll go ahead and paste that in, so easier to save us a little bit of time. So what I'm doing here is if Z, that's referring to the row, so our column B, each row in column B, if it's blank, then, or if it's not blank, I want to create a D and then concatenate that with, and I'm going to convert what I'm counting here into text. So and text, and then we're doing a count A, and what we're counting is from B2 B to B2 colon B whatever row we're on. So we're doing a count to see how many times something is here, a count of whether there's data, and then we're converting that here to our D0000 plus whatever row we're on. And so we have to close out our if. So if Z is not blank, we do this. Otherwise, we don't do anything. Let's see what happens. So here's our automatic numbering system, and it accounts for having blanks. So here's D001, and this could be anything, if you wanted this to be, IN, so it could be our inventory, whatever it might be. And it looks like I don't have quite enough zeros. Should have had 4 zeros in there. Maybe, oh, I see, probably if we just leave that as a single, I001. And the I is not really a good choice. We could do IN for inventory. Let's do that. And then I did notice in here that if I wanted to have 4 leading zeros, I did have to indicate that with 5 zeros on my text formatting. So we could break this formula down. So here's our by row, and then here's our lambda. And then when we get into the lambda, here's our if, and here's our logical expression, if this, and this is all part of the logical expression, value if true. Here's our value if false, and then we close it all out. So a quick way to build inventory with a single formula. Let me go ahead and mark that as a formula so that we know. And then if I add something in here, like a horse, then we're automatically going to get an inventory. Now, if we add an inventory in the middle of this, let's say this is going to be a sheep, notice everything gets recalculated with our item IDs.